And so, hey everybody, I'm going to come on really fast and do my skincare with you guys before I go to bed. And I thought that we could plan for a live stream tomorrow with all of you guys at 11. So I really hope you all will come and hang out because I want to talk about mom guilt tomorrow. So I made a couple videos today. Oh, I didn't order toothpaste and I should have. I made a couple videos today about my pregnancy and addiction. And anytime I make those videos, I always, get really emotional. And I get really emotional reading you guys' comments. Especially the ones who are kind, So I was reading through all the comments. There's like 300 comments on that video. And whenever I post a video like that, I always expect the worst. I always expect to get like a bunch of hate, because I know that a lot of people don't understand addiction and how hard it is to, stop after you get started. And I always get scared that, I'm going to get like death threats and all these horrible hate comments and stuff like that, which I still got quite a few nasty comments, but not near as many as I usually get. And I think it's because, it's working. What I'm doing is working. So when I post about that kind of stuff, of course I'm not proud of it. I wish my story didn't go like that. I wish I could say, in 2013, I got pregnant with my son and I got sober right away, but I didn't. I failed my son, and I felt huge amounts of guilt and shame about that. Huge. And that's what I want to talk about tomorrow in the morning. I want to do a live stream with you guys, and I want to talk about the guilt that those of us who are mothers that struggled with addiction, I want to talk about the guilt that we struggle with. And a lot of people tell me, like, Nicole, you have to forgive yourself, Really, Dahlia? Where? Will you tell me who it is? But the guilt that I have from the things I did when I was in active addiction and pregnant, I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive myself. And that's just the way it is, you guys. Like, I know you say you got to forgive yourself. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive myself, because, and I'm not trying to like get sympathy or anything. It's just the facts, Yeah, go look and let me know, girl, okay? And I'll try to go over there and see if I can help them or something. Hey, you guys. Hey, everybody. Hey, Not a Happy Page. I love your page, girl. You and me, I feel like we are on the same page with CPS. I love your page. I love watching all the videos that you post because people need to see those videos. But what I want to talk about is mom guilt and how it's hard for those of us mothers who struggled with addiction, whether you used drugs while you were pregnant or just use drugs, with your kids, you still have like immense amounts of guilt. And I don't know if anybody could really relate to it unless they're a mom, the guilt that I feel like I failed, and I know that God protected my son. I know that he had his hand of protection over me and my little boy. And the reason why my son was born so healthy was because of God, not because of me, That's hard for any mom to have to admit, But I don't share it because I'm like, I want sympathy. I share it because I want to help other women who have gone through the same things, you know? A lot of women struggle with addiction during pregnancy. Okay, Dahlia, thank you. Um, good job, Gina. Good job. You're sober? That's awesome. They can be very cruel. Hey, Rena, what's up, girl? That's what I kind of want to talk about. Like, I want people to understand, and I know you moms who had kids when you were addicted, you understand. You know how hard it is to share about this stuff. But people who don't have children or have never done anything like this, they don't understand how much courage it takes to put yourself out here on social media when it comes to something like addiction and pregnancy. People have very strong opinions, okay? Very strong opinions about that. Cannabinoid derivatives. What do you mean, what does that mean, the culture? Explain to me, honey. I'm not sure what you mean. And I feel like a lot of people have really heavy opinions. Listen, if you sit here and you hang out with me for any amount of time, then you'll see that I'm a new woman. You know, the woman who used drugs while she was pregnant was sick and struggling and just a mess. You know, the person that you see before you today is a brand new woman who is healed and renewed and, you know, living a glorious life, who has a beautiful little boy, who I'm so grateful that I have my son and that he's healthy. You know, somebody asked me if my son was okay and if he was healthy. And a lot of people get mad at me when I talk about this because I don't know if they want my son to not be healthy or what, you know. But they get upset when I tell them that my son is very healthy. And they get mad. They're like, there's no way. There's no way. And I'm like, yes, there is a way. It's called Jesus protecting my son. My son is 8 years old, okay? I got custody of him back in 2016. So I lost custody of him in July of 2015, which was 1 year after he was born. And I gained custody of him back, like my case was closed in July of 2016. And so when I got my little boy back, I immediately, you know, took him to the doctor, get all of his checkups, all that stuff that he needed to get done, all of his shots that he needed to get. I had him checked for hepatitis C. I mean, everything. And I had to do that because I had hepatitis C and I didn't know if I had it before or after I got pregnant with my son. And so I had my son tested for all that. And luckily he didn't have it. So I'm pretty sure I got it after I gave birth to my son. But Nathaniel's 8 now, and he is just the smartest thing. He is so smart. I mean, a lot of you guys who follow me, you guys know. Y'all get to see him on my lives all the time because he'll come on here and chit chat with us. But my little boy is extremely smart, almost too smart. He's really emotionally intelligent. He's very in touch, you know, with his feelings. He's a lot like his mama, and he's a very emotional person. He's very kind. He's just like such a good, sweet person. You know, he's a good kid, and I'm just so proud to be his mama, you know. But I almost feel like when I share about him being healthy, that people are like upset or there's no way that can be. Yeah, my baby is healthy. Or then they'll say stuff like, well, stuff can happen down the road. What are you trying to do? Like wish that on me and my son? Like, my son is healthy I get him checked and everything every year. You know, does he have any learning disabilities? No, not yet. Not that I've noticed. Not that any of his teachers have noticed. I was addicted during my pregnancy. I was addicted to methamphetamine, a stimulant. And I did use during my pregnancy. Now, whole pregnancy, like, I was addicted through my whole pregnancy, but I had, like, what happened is I would get sober. So when I found out I was sober, I was about 8 weeks pregnant or something like that. And so when I found out I was sober, I immediately stopped doing all the drugs I was doing because I was addicted to opiates, benzos, and methamphetamine. And so I quit everything. Okay, I quit everything, and I was sober for like 3.5 weeks, almost a month. And then I relapsed on methamphetamine. And then I did methamphetamine for like a week, and then I got sober, and then I would relapse. And so it was like every 3 weeks I would relapse, like it was because I would have moments of sobriety throughout the month, because I went and I had prenatal care. I was, making sure I took all my vitamins. I had to go get my, blood drawn. I was actually in a study for pregnant women where they would put me inside of this big machine and they would put this thing around my belly. And it was a study where they were like comparing, like I was the control because I didn't take the medicine. So they would have the other people take the medicine, and then I was just the control. And I would go into this machine, and it would like monitor my belly or whatever. I'm not really sure what it was doing, but I got paid like $100 every time I went to do it. I know how you feel. I went through 2 pregnancies and relapsed throughout both. Yeah, and so that was the thing. Like, I was trying to stay sober, and I wanted to stay sober, but I had just, jumped off of like all the diseases, all the drugs that I was doing, which was a lot of drugs, And so honestly, because I was coming off of opiates, my body was going through withdrawal. I felt horrible. I'm so lucky that my baby didn't die, because, when you go through withdrawal, your baby, you can have a miscarriage. And I should have called my doctor, told him that I was having problems with addiction, and gotten help. And that's why I share about it, you guys, not because I want sympathy or I want people to get mad or angry with me. None of those things. I share about it because I want people that are struggling with the disease of addiction. I want women to understand that they can reach out for help anytime, and that I will be there to help them. Okay. So I think it's really important to let women know that, they can reach out for help and their babies aren't going to get taken away, because that is the reason why I wouldn't get help. Lactic acid, because I was seriously scared that they were going to take my child from me. Okay, we're going to mix all this together. Okay. I was afraid they were going to take my son away. That's why I didn't ask for help. That's why I continued using when I shouldn't have, And what I should have done is I should have went straight to my OBGYN and gotten help the moment I started struggling with addiction, or knew I was, struggling, which was when I got pregnant. I knew I struggled. But I didn't do that, and hindsight is 20/20, But I share my story because I want to help other women, and I'm not trying to, be like, hey, I did drugs. No, not at all. I really, really feel so much guilt and shame about it. I really, really do. I wish to God I could go back and change it. I really do. I wish I could go back in time and get sober when I gave birth, when I had my son. I wish I could have gotten sober when I got pregnant. I know a girl did that and they still look, yeah. So it's just, it's sad, because I didn't have the strength to get sober. And I'm telling you guys, I think about it every single day. I think about it every single day, just like I'm talking to you guys right now. I think about it and I go, God, Nicole, you couldn't get help. You couldn't reach out. Why? Why didn't you reach out for help, Nicole? Like, I beat myself up about it. You know what I mean? I beat myself up about it, and I ask myself that all the time, like, why didn't you step out and say, I need help, a lot of the reason why is because I thought that if I did, my son would get taken from me by CPS. Now, that's a huge fear for a lot of women, is that. So I think that if we could eliminate that, like if we could, like instead of taking people's kids away that struggle with addiction, if we could help them, that would eliminate that, because that was the main reason why I didn't get help. That's the main reason, y'all. All I needed was somebody to say, we're not going to take your baby. It's going to be okay. You know, I wish that somebody would have done that for me. What is this? Vitamin C suspension. What do I want to do? We'll do this one. So what's up with you guys? Do y'all have any, any of you guys struggle with addiction while you were pregnant? If you did, like, how are you staying sober now? And how old are your kids? Do you have them back? So that's a question that people were asking me. Do I have my son back? Yes, he's 8. How long did it take me to get my son back? It took me 1 year. And that was me working my tail off, okay? Okay? I'm new. Do you not have your baby? Oh, yes, I do. I have my son. He's 8. That was me, like, the moment that they took my son from me, I went into treatment. Like, I did not pass go. I did not collect $200. I did not, like, mess around. I went straight into rehab. That day, the same day that my son got taken from me, I went into treatment. Because I wasn't playing around. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was already bad enough that I had gotten my child taken from me. Like, now I need to get my ass in gear and get the fucking help, you know? Get my ass in there and get help. And CPS, y'all, it is not fun, okay? They are awful. I found some more of my CPS paperwork. My husband and I were cleaning out our file cabinet and stuff. And, I was reading it, you know, and reading what all they wrote about me and all that stuff. And it's just like so depressing, you know. I'm so glad that I'm not in that place anymore and that I got my babies back, you know. Currently going through CPS. We have him now, but still going through IOP. Oh, good. I'm glad you got him. I'm glad you got him, you know, because that was the thing. I thought that they would give me a chance. And that's normally what they do is they will... if you fail a drug screen, they will put a protection plan in place as long as you have a family member that the kid can go with and you can go and get help. Not with me. When they found out that I was struggling and that my husband was struggling because we were both drug addicts, they immediately took my son away. Immediately. Which was really fucking depressing because they had told me they weren't going to do that, you know? So it was really fucking hard. But I don't even care about me. Like, I care about, you know, the fact that my little boy was not even 1 year old and had to be in a stranger's home. Can you imagine what it would be like to be a little 1 year old baby and wake up from your nap time in a stranger's house? I hate that. I think about that all the time. About how my little boy probably woke up and looked around and was like, couldn't smell me, couldn't hear me, couldn't see me, you know? Like, oh my God. Oh, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. You know, I just wish I could go back. I was very fortunate when I gave birth to my son. My whole family was there. And my little boy, when he was born, he was very healthy when he was born. He had really good APGAR scores, which is like the scores they score him on to make sure that they're, you know, okay. And they didn't drug test him. They just brought him out, cleaned him up, handed him to me, and went on about the business. And it was July 4th. So my son was born July 4th. Hey, Jess, how you doing, honey? Yeah, it sucks. I work I work in a MAP program for Dr. B. I work with Dr. B, who is, y'all know who he is. He has a TikTok channel, Addiction Recovery, and then Dr. B Addiction Recovery on YouTube. So I see a lot of pregnant women, but we help pregnant women that come to us, and I love it because when they come to us, a lot of the times I'm the first person they get to talk to. And so when they come in and they are like really ashamed or embarrassed or like nervous, I'm like, hey, I'm going to tell you some of my story. Did you know that whenever I was in my active addiction, I was pregnant also? And then they are like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I didn't get help. And, you're getting help. So you don't even need to be upset or ashamed because you're taking the right step. You're helping yourself, Hey, Joanne. No, so far so good. He's doing really, really good. He is in 3rd grade, and I just make sure that the teacher puts him at the front of the classroom because I know my boy, and he likes to talk. He likes to talk a lot. So I want to make sure that he doesn't get distracted. And so I just asked the teacher if he can sit towards the front. And he does really good. So far, so good. He's pretty good at, he's a pretty fast learner. He hates math. He's a good reader. He likes school. He has lots of friends. He's, good sleeper, good eater. All that kind of stuff. Hey, Tiffany, what's up, girl? Really? That's crazy. Like, I don't know why people's kids get taken from them if they're on prescription medication. Tiffany, I know. Isolina told me. I saw her video. That's crazy, girl. Why did you get hacked? Don't tell me you was trying to pay one of those people. You didn't you learn from my situation? I lost my main. But his dad had ADHD issues too. Yeah, I mean, good job, Teely. If you're prescribed that medication and your OBGYN knows, and it's been a prescription that you've been on, like, I don't understand why your kids would even have to worry about that because it's legally prescribed to you. That I don't understand, I really, really don't understand that. I'm annoyed because I talked to some hacker. I didn't pay. He wants me to. Oh, okay. And I've heard about them giving women who are on MAT problems too when they have their kids. I'm not having any more kids, thank God, because first of all, I don't want to have another series I don't want to struggle with anything like that and have to deal with that because I'm literally on 1/4 milligram of Suboxone. And so I could just see it now, being harassed by CPS, so I just don't even want to have to deal with that. Oh, wow. I didn't know you weren't allowed to use Adderall during your pregnancy. That's strange. I don't see why that would be, I don't know. I know people who are on benzos and opiates and they're pregnant. I know. It's horrible. It's horrible. A lot of women who are on MAT get a lot of discrimination, and luckily, like I said, I'm not pregnant, right? But I get discrimination against me by my doctor who doesn't want to treat my other mental health issues because I have a past history of addiction. I was just able to get a diagnosis for ADHD or ADD. I can't remember which one they said. And I got the diagnosis, but my doctor refuses to treat me for it because of my past history with drugs. And that drives me insane because I struggle every single day to just do everyday tasks, okay? I struggle to keep up with my work and just do the things that I need to do as a mom. And I know that if I could get on medication for it, I would have so much better help, but here in Arkansas, doctors just don't know shit. For real, truth be told, okay? I tried to get them to prescribe me the non-stimulant treatment, and he will not treat me. Because that's what I asked for, Strattera, I think is what it's called. Oh, hey Jenny, what's up, girl? Why do they give you the side eye when you pick up your subs? Because they're judgmental. That's why. I was talking on Facebook last night because I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been going on Facebook and going live a lot because I have got quite a few followers over there now, and so I've been trying to go live over there too and like connect with everybody. That's what I don't know why, Kelly. I'm on Wellbutrin and Lexapro, and I was also trying to get help for my thyroid, my weight, and my doctors just like blew me off. You guys, this is probably like 4 months ago because I was going to the doctor. I literally went to the doctor 3 times in 1 week because the first time I went, he didn't do anything. So I went back because I got the balls up to say something to him. And then I went back again because I wanted him to draw my blood and make sure that he ran these certain tests to find out if there's anything wrong with my thyroid, and all kinds of stuff. It was just a shit show. A shit show. Having a really hard time staying positive. Thank you. Hey, Caitlin, what's up, girl? It's okay. Don't be ashamed of yourself, okay? That's why I made that video today about relapse and relapse being a part of recovery. All week long, I have been seeing people making videos going back and forth. Relapse is not a part of recovery. Relapse is a part of recovery. I don't give a fuck what it is, okay? Do you know what I care about? What I care about is the people who are in an active relapse right now, who are watching all of you guys bicker back and forth about whether or not relapse is part of a recovery or not. Okay? For instance, I was literally just watching this guy and he made a video and he was like, I relapsed, and he was like, I'm so ashamed, and he was like he was upset, like almost crying about it, and just think about that. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you just relapsed, okay? And you come on to the TikTok recovery community because you're looking for support from your recovery family, and all these people are bickering back and forth about whether or not relapse is a part of recovery or not. And some of the biggest TikTok recovery influencers that you really like are saying that relapse is a part of active addiction, and it just makes you feel so shitty. It makes you feel ashamed, It makes you feel like you can't reach out to them. So that's why I said, what does it matter? Really, what does it matter? Okay? When we say, relapse can happen, or relapse, can be a part of your story, guess what? That's just us sharing that, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Okay? If you lived to tell the tale, don't beat yourself up. Let's get back on track. Okay? Let's get back on track. How can I help someone who's in active addiction with meth? Hey, Gabriella, what's up? Methamphetamine is a tough drug because it's a lot of people who take methamphetamine are in denial. They really, really hey, Linda, what's up, girl? They really believe that being on methamphetamine makes them better. I know because that was me, honey. And the only time that you can really talk to them is if they're not high on methamphetamine. So what you got to do with meth addicts is you got to catch them. You got to catch them when they're feeling like shit and they're really tired and they're coming down. That's when you got to catch them. And if they're struggling and they want help, you just tell them, hey man, do you want to get sober? I'll help you get sober. And you help them. You reach out to some treatment centers. I love you too, Caitlin. You reach out to some treatment centers, or an outpatient, or if you take them to the doctor, you take them to the doctor to see if the doctor can help out with anything. There's all different paths that you can take, So if he wants to get help, if he's willing to get help, what I would do is I would ask him, hey, do you want to get sober? And then I would look around. What state are you in? If you're in California, I can help you because I work for a doctor in California, and I know a bunch of people who own treatment centers there. But if you're not in California, I can help you. I can probably help you find something too. But see, with methamphetamine, like, you don't have to go into a 7-day detox like you do with like opiates and shit. And so he could go into residential treatment. Hey, thanks, Jacob. Back in the 80s, we called it crank. Same, Linda, same. How do I know if he's sober? I can only assume if he's high. How do you know if he's sober? So, whenever I was high, you could definitely tell on methamphetamine. Hey, Jordan, when I was high on methamphetamine, my pupils were extremely dilated. Starts to take things apart. Yep. Taking things apart, but never getting whatever he needs to do done, like getting it fixed, like screwing it up. Taking things apart, coloring, doodling, accusing people of being places that they're not, thinking that my husband was underneath the bed with another woman. Yeah, Linda, I really do try to help everybody. I put my phone number up on Facebook, and so I've been getting a lot of text messages today from people reaching out. So I've been getting a lot of people resources in all these different states. So it's difficult sometimes because, some of these people live in really rural areas. But like this one girl called me, and she's in South Carolina, I think. And she's like in a really rural area. And so I found her an online Suboxone program that she could do. But anyways, Gabriella, with methamphetamine, if you can help him get sober and he's willing to like get into treatment, hey Amy, or therapy, that would be awesome if he would be willing to do that. And that will help him so much. And once he's been sober for like a month or so, then you can take him to the doctor, okay? And get him checked out for his mental health. Because here's the thing, okay? With a lot of people who struggle with meth addiction, a lot of people who struggle with that have underlying mental health disorders like ADD, ADHD, chronic depression, or, where they're like always feeling like shit and tired. And so they use methamphetamine to bring them up. Always remember, tomorrow is a new day. Hey, what's up, Barbara? How you doing, honey? A lot of people, I know that's why I used meth. I used meth because it made me feel great. Workit is an app for online. Okay, cool. Oh, they take Medicaid? Do they do it in all 50 states, do you know? He definitely has mental health issues. He was also recently shot twice. He's only 21. Oh, yeah. So, Gabriella, he definitely needs to get into therapy, okay? Like, if he's been shot, he's probably has, like, trauma from that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, if he could get into therapy, that would save his butt. I used to tell people that, like, it was really important that they go into inpatient treatment, and I don't really believe that anymore. Like, I think that you can get sober anywhere. You don't have to go into residential treatment, It helps, though, and this is what I mean. So for me, it helped for me to get plucked out of where I was at and put somewhere, right, where I could be around sober people. That's what I needed to do. That's why I've always gone into residential treatment, because it helps me when I'm... Thank you, Linda. I see all the roses you're throwing me, girl, and I really appreciate that. That's why I don't know if he's paranoid because of the meth or the shooting. Yeah, it could be a combination of both. It could be a combination of both, And so if he probably needs to be able to talk to somebody, and that's really, traumatic. Being shot is traumatic. So what I would do is, like I said, sit down and talk to him, see if he's willing to get help. And then if you want to message me, I can help you find an outpatient. I can help you find a psychiatrist or a doctor for him to see. My friend sees Dr. Garcia in the San Antonio area, and he's really good. Hey, Anna, what's up, girl? So, bottom line, you guys, with any drug, like, we can't make anybody get sober, right? And so, like, if we go to our loved ones and they say, fuck that, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't need any help. Then what can we do? You know, if they are a danger to themselves and others, in a lot of states, you can have them committed against their own will. But then what does that really do? Like, if a person doesn't want to go into treatment and we force them to go into treatment, then they're going to be resentful and angry with us. It could save their life. They could have the awakening that they need to have while they're there. So it's always, an option. But that would be like my last option. So they would have to be in really a bad shape, because I would want them to go on their terms. All the times that I went to treatment 6 or 7 times. I can't really remember how many, 6 or 7. Every time I went into treatment, I have wanted to go. I have went voluntarily and wanted to get and stay sober. I was looking at that color. What is this color? French rose. It's literally the color of my lips. I was court-ordered to treatment by my judge because I kept having dirty drops. It was my awakening. Yeah. So, for instance, I was court-ordered by the judge, my probation officer and them in 2008 because I couldn't stay sober, and I went to treatment and I relapsed when I got out. So for some people, it can be the awakening, and for other people, it could just be a bump in the road. You know what I mean? But it doesn't hurt to try. If it's going to help the person that's struggling, it doesn't hurt to try. But anytime treatment was offered to me, I hopped in that motherfucker and rode out. It was like a fucking vacation for me. I needed a break, honey. Because what would happen to me is I would get high for so many fucking days, weeks, months, right? That I would run my body into the ground, dude. Into the ground. And so when I had an opportunity to go lay down and chill out for a little while, I jumped on it. I jumped on top of that opportunity. I just wish that I had used those opportunities to get sober instead of playing around. But, God had a plan for me. He knew my heart. He knows how passionate I am about helping people. I was like that even when I was on drugs. I was the drug addict who would come up to you and say, "Oh my gosh, Amy, girl, you've got to get sober. Look at yourself." And I'm high. You know what I mean? But I meant well. I cared about other people's well-being. That's what I mean. But now I get to use my gift for helping people for good and to actually really help people. So I'm glad that I get to do that today. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We're fixing to end the weekend. Tomorrow's Monday. We got to go back to work. I just started getting the weekends off, and what I mean by that is, like, I don't have to do the social media management that I normally do. I just have to answer the phones, and so it's pretty awesome. Yes, I did. Okay, so when my son got taken, it was 2015. And so I got custody of my son back in 2016, and he's 8 now. So I've had him back for a while now, thank God. And I'm very, very grateful. I'm very grateful. Thanks, FJ. Y'all don't have to be proud of me, okay? You don't have to be proud of me. Sorry, I want to see what this looks like. You don't have to be proud of me. I just doing what I was supposed to be doing all along. I should have been acting right all along, and I was messing up, and I have so much guilt and shame because of that. Like, I will forever, ever, ever be trying to make sure that I'm making up to my baby. Even though my little boy doesn't remember, I still will be working my ass off every single day to take care of him. Do you ever feel like you could slip back into that lifestyle? Well, I mean, anything's possible, right? But, I mean, do I want to slip back into that lifestyle? No way. Hell no. Okay. Hey, what's up, girl? Nope. I don't want to go back there. What helps me is I'm constantly thinking and talking about what happened what happened in the past. And so it keeps that in the forefront of my mind. Okay. So a lot of people wonder, like, why do you tell your story? Why do you talk about that so much? Why do you share that? Because I need to. If I stop sharing and I stop talking, then I stop reminding myself. Okay. And the moment that I forget that horrible day, the day I had to hand my little boy over to a complete stranger, is the day that my ass will fucking go back that way. And I cannot afford to do that. Like, honestly, you guys, the way that I was using drugs, there's no way that I would live if I went out and relapsed. Okay, because I immediately go back to shooting up. I don't think about anything. I just take the drugs and shoot them up. You know what I mean? And they got adopted, but now my middle kid came back to me. His birthday is today. Oh, wow. Awesome. Happy birthday. That's a miracle that they came back to you. That's awesome. That was my biggest fear with my son, was that they were going to try and adopt him out. And the reason why I say that is because my little boy is, my husband's white. So my little boy is white, you know, and he was a baby. He was less than a year old when they took him from me. So I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to take him to try to give him to somebody else because of all the horror stories that I read about and I see about CPS online and in the newspaper or here online and all that. And so I thought, oh my God, that's what they're going to do. And don't get me wrong, you guys, they tried their hardest to keep my son from me. Okay. They had me take 3 different psychological evaluations because they were trying to prove that I was mentally unfit to take care of my child, which is overkill, you know. Every time we would go to court, the attorney ad litem, the guardian ad litem, would have another thing to throw out there, you know, like, they're not really sober. They're on medication-assisted treatment. Oh, her husband drinks, which he doesn't drink at all. But she would just accuse us of stuff, and it was just horrible, horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, y'all. Okay, my worst enemy, wouldn't wish it on them. What I believe should happen if a man and a woman are struggling with addiction and they have children and Child Protective Services gets called, what I believe should happen is those children should be put in the care of their family, grandparents, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, whatever, right? And the adult parents, the parents should have to go into treatment and get help. Then they come out of treatment, they get their parenting classes done, and they pass their drug screens, and for 6 months, right? At 6 months, I think they should be able to start having their kids stay the night again. Their kids should be able to come back and live with them again, but CPS should still, for the next 6 months, pop in, make surprise visits, drug test them, and just kind of keep an eye out. And then if that 6 months goes by, then they shut the case, you know? Hey, Claire, what's up, girl? So, yeah, I think that's awesome. I was supposed to go to a treatment center where my son could come with me, but they wouldn't let me. The treatment center said I couldn't go there because I had private care insurance. So a lot of treatment centers that allow children and mothers, a lot of those are state funded or, you know, like Medicaid only. So for somebody like me who I wasn't on Medicaid, you know, somebody like me, I couldn't go there. They wouldn't let me go there. So, and that was why my son got taken, because they wouldn't let me go to that treatment center. It had nothing to do with me. It was because the treatment center didn't accept me, damn it. But Anyway, I just wanted to come on here because I want to plan this with you guys tomorrow. So how many of you moms out there struggle with guilt and shame because of your addiction, and you feel guilty because because you were addicted either while you had your kids or while you were pregnant? How many of you guys struggle with that guilt and shame? I know I do. Bad. And what I thought that we could do tomorrow is I thought that we could have a live stream from like 11 to 1. And if you guys want to, I would love for you guys to come up and share come up on the screen and talk with me if you're willing to. That's what I would love. I would love it if we could have like a mom stream where, or dads could come too, but mostly I figured it would be moms, but where moms could come up and you guys could share about your stories and what happened and what you feel, how the guilt that you feel, and maybe share with us what you do to try and get through that guilt without getting high. And of course, I would share with you guys what I do, but I would really love that. And I was hoping you guys would be interested in doing that. If you are, I'm going to set a reminder for the live stream tomorrow for 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And all you got to do is, click the thing so it'll remind you about the live. And then we can all do it together. So, and I will post it on my YouTube channel and on Facebook. So that way, if you miss it, y'all can come back and see it after it's played. Yeah, okay, Rena, I figured you would, girl. So it'll be at 11 a.m. So what I'm going to do in the morning is I'm going to get up, I'm going to take my son to school, I'm going to come home, get some laundry done, then jump in the shower, take a shower, blow dry my hair, and then I'll sign on. Because what I'll do is while we're talking, I'll be doing my makeup. So at the same time, I'm going to do a new makeup look. So the other day, I did a purple makeup look, okay? And so what I was thinking is we could do, I'm trying to think if I want to do green or if I want to do like an orangey color. I'm thinking like an orangey color, yeah. So these are like glittery, see? Because I did a purple one yesterday, and y'all, it was chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss, okay? See, this color is pretty too, huh? So, yeah, we're going to do a makeup look tomorrow, and, ooh, that is really pretty. I kind of like that pink color. So, you know what I'll do? I'll do the orange and the pink. So it'll go from, I think I can go from like a peachy color orange into that deeper pink. Yeah. I'm going to pick out the colors right now so that way we can have them set out and ready for tomorrow. Okay? Hey, Victoria. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Yeah. And everybody usually comes to my lives, and y'all do y'all's makeup while we do our makeup together. I also have this palette, so let's look at this one because it's new, and they're got the special colors that the special colors that I like. So this one is called Fruit Fizz. Let's look at this one. Ooh, wait a second. That's a really pretty kind of orangey color. And then this one is called Dragon Teeny, and it's like, I'm going to use this one, I think. Look at it. Hold on, let me show y'all. Tell me what y'all think about this one. What do y'all think about that? You see it? Hey, Megan. What's up, girl? Oh, hey, Megan. What's up, baby girl? Hey, I've been sober for 7 years. Let me show you this other one. It's called Bubble. Okay, watch this one, you guys. Watch this one, ladies. You're going to die. It's the third one. Oh, my gosh, so pretty. And then this one is called Evanescence or something like that. Everescence. This one's like a peachy gold. It's the fourth one. And then I'm going to show you the purple one I like too. These are really, really special colors. I ordered them like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And ever since I've gotten them, we've been playing with them. That's the last one, the purplish color one. So cool, huh? So we're going to do, that's what we're going to do tomorrow, okay? We are going to beat my face tomorrow with all these cool colors while we talk about mom guilt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? That's really pretty. Okay, so we'll use that palette too, and we'll do like, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably like use these ones, these first three right here, and then the pink too. So it'll be like a peachy, orangey pink color, and I'll use this palette right here. I'll use these like coral colors for the matte shadow, you know, and then I'll put some of these on the lid to make it glittery. Yeah. Don't let me forget that I'm going to do those colors, okay? So that'll be fun. I love doing makeup. If y'all don't know that, I love doing makeup. I like jumping on here and doing my makeup and talking about recovery and that kind of good stuff. It's like a good time for us to like all connect and hang out and support each other. So, okay. So that's the plan. Okay, y'all. Like I said, I'll be on at 11. I'm going to make a reminder. I'm going to go take my old ass to bed. You know, I'm getting old. Thank you for all of you guys who have commented kind things on my video about my son and my addiction. You don't understand how much it means to me because, you know, people get mad when they hear about addiction and pregnancy, and some people feel really strongly about it, which I totally understand, you know, but I'm just grateful that you guys aren't judging me and that you're giving me a chance, because like I have changed my life. I am a new woman. Like I would never put my son in harm's way today. Like he is the apple of my eye. He is my motivation. My whole tattoo is dedicated to my son. So for those of you guys that don't know, I got this tattoo when I turned 7 years sober. And what it is these flowers right here are the flower for the month of July. And my son's birthday is July 4th. Okay, so that's my son. And then this is addiction, the cage. And the door is open and I have been set free from the disease of addiction. And then I'm going to get like all flowers wrapping around and up my arm. And then I'll probably get like my little boy's name right here. So it's all about my baby boy. So anyways, I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you aren't already following me over on YouTube, come and follow me on YouTube. I post all my videos there. Like this one, I will post it over there because people like to, you know, listen to the live streams and stuff while they go to bed or they're doing housework. And so I post all my live streams over there. I just posted a video the other day about Sublocade, and I'm also taking requests on what videos you guys want me to make. So I'm making like shorter videos, like 10-minute videos about different topics that you guys request. So yeah, just hit me up over there and I'll make whatever videos y'all want me to make. Okay? Yes, that's right, Megan. It'll be at 11 a.m. Central, and I'm gonna make the live stream reminder right now here on TikTok. So y'all will see it. It'll say 11 a.m. Mom Guilt live stream, and just check it so that way it'll remind you when I go live. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Good night. Be good.